Hi friends, Mr. Jason from the Middletown Free Library. Today I'll be showing you how to make this really cool modular piece. It uses 12 pieces of square paper. 6 of them you won't be able to see because they'll be part of the locking mechanism, as you can see here. And the other 6 are ones that you will be able to see. So you can have them be all one color. You can have them be 2 different colors. You can have them be 3 colors. I kind of do mine symmetrically so that it's kind of like a cube. So I have 2 matching on each side of the points here. So I have 2 blue, 2 orange, and 2 pink. All right. So go ahead and get yourself 12 pieces of square paper. All right, friends. So I have my 12 pieces of paper. 6 of them are going to be white, which are going to be the ones that we're not going to be able to see with our finished modular piece. All right. And then I have 6 that are colored that we will see. All right. So depending upon what you want to do, you can have all of them one color. You can do 3 and 3. What I've done is I've done 2 pink, 2 bluish turquoise, and 2 orange. All right. So first, we're going to fold the ones that we're not going to be able to see. All right. So you're going to take your square piece of paper, all right, and we're going to make what's called the water bomb base or the triangle base, okay? So we're going to take our paper, we're going to fold it in half diagonally like that. Give it a good crease. All right. Unfold it and fold it in half diagonally the other way. So we made like a little crisscross action. All right. And now what we're going to do, this is like a shortcut that I like to do for it. We're going to take this one point and fold it down to the bottom here. All right. Flip it over and do the same to this side over here. So we have one flap in the front and one flap in the back at the bottom point. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn our piece so that we're looking at it this way. And we're going to open it up in the very middle, very symmetrical. All right, like that. And we're going to squash the top and the bottom down along our creases and folds there. All right, so we made that triangle piece. All right, so we're going to do that another 5 more times. All right, and if you want to, before we do that, you can angle these and turn these because we want to sort of make it like an X shape, like that. All right, so we're going to make 5 more of those. Fold it in half diagonally, unfold that, fold it in half diagonally the other way. All right. Fold the one flap down to the bottom like so. Flip it over and do the same to the other side over here, just like that. All right, turn it, open it up to the very middle, and we're going to squash it flat down just like that. And I'm going to turn my tent flaps here, just like that. All right. So I'm going to see if I can do 2 at a time to make it a little bit faster. Fold it in half diagonally, unfold it, fold it in half diagonally. All right. Fold one flap down to the bottom, flip it over. Do the same to that side over there. All right, open it up, squash it flat, turn these all around like that. And now since there's one inside the other, ta-da, 2 done. So yeah, I'll do that for these ones as well. Fold it in half diagonally, unfold that, fold it in half diagonally the other way, just like that. Fold one point down to the bottom, flip it over, do the same to the other point on the other side, open it up, flatten it down. I'm going to turn these flaps around, and I'm going to reach in and pull out that second one. Cool. All right, so those are all done. I'll leave those back there. All right, now we're going to fold our ones that will be showing, all right? And these are going to be colored. We're going to start with orange, might as well. We're going to make the square base, all right? So if you ever made like a crane, that's what we're going to be making. So we're going to take our paper here. We're going to fold it in half diagonally. All right. with the color side showing, fold it in half again, so now we have a smaller triangle. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have this flap stand up. We're going to put our finger inside and do a squash fold down like so. And you want your edges to line up and your points to line up. So now we've made a square. So flip it over, take this long flap, turn the page, like fold it over to the other side. All right, and then fold it back. All right, so it could stand up, and we're going to squash that down as well. All right, just like that. All right, so we did that. Now we're going to do it again. All right, take one of your other colored papers. All right, fold it in half diagonally so you can see the color. Fold that triangle in half again. All right, open it up so that flap stands upright and squash it down like so. Flip it over. Fold that flap over so it makes it easier to stand upright, and squash that flap down like so. All right, and same thing how we did with the triangles here. I'm just going to fold these to make them more of like an X crisscross shape, like that. All right, do that to this one real quick too before I forget. All right, we're going to keep folding. We got 4 more. I'm going to try again doing 2 at a time. All right, so I'm lining those up, folding it in half diagonally, taking that, folding that over in half for a smaller triangle. All right, opening it up and squashing that flat so that my edges line up and my points. Flip it over, fold that flap over and back so it stands up, and squash fold that down like so. All right, and because I folded 2 at once, I should be able to pull one out from the other one. All right, and then fold these flaps over so that they are crisscross as well. All right, this one as well. Well, bam, and ta-da. Cool. All right, one more time. Put my 2 together, lined up. Fold that in half diagonally. Fold that in half again for a smaller triangle. Fold that flap so it's standing upright. Reach in for a little squash fold here, just like that. Flip that over, fold that over, pull that flap back, and squash it down. So I'm going pretty quickly because I've been folding these for years, so feel free to slow things down a bit. Rewind the video if you need to. All right, there we go. Pull that out like that. Cool. All right, now it's going to be the fun part, assembling. All right, so you're going to take one of your colored pieces, the square piece here. You're going to take one of your tents. All right, and what we're going to do is we are going to put this so that it fits over, through, and between there. So you have 4 little flaps here, all fitting through and over in between those 4 flaps. So you can see this one needs to be moved over to here. All right, so see how I did that? We want everything pushed down flat. Now, this extra piece of triangles here that are hanging over our triangle base, we want to fold those back like we're tucking them in like that. So they're going to be hugging and keeping our triangle base locked in with our square base like that. All right, fold those over, open this up, and tuck that inside just like so. All right, we're going to do that to all the other ones. Here we go. I'm going to do it relatively quickly. Hopefully it's straightforward enough that you know what's going on and you can do it at your own pace. just like that. All right, another one done, just like that. All right, so see, I'm just going over and trying to make sure everything's as flat and symmetrical as possible, just because it's going to make it way easier when we're finally assembling all the pieces together. Almost done. It's pretty exciting. I don't always make modular pieces. I know a lot of patrons do like it. But what's nice is sometimes, you know, it's very easy to make. It's just the assembling that gets a little tricky. All right. But this one's pretty straightforward. And it's very easy to see what you're doing when you use color paper like this. So you can distinguish where everything's going to be for the final product and what needs to go where. All right, our last one. Here we go. All right, there we go. So I have, we had 12 pieces of paper, so we put, you know, 2 together for each of them. So now we're down to 6 modules here. So we're gonna think of it as a cube, all right? So we have opposite sides on our cube, 6 sides. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend the blue's on the one side, we'll take an orange on the top, maybe pink on the bottom, or on this side here, excuse me. So we have the white parts here. I said we weren't going to see these. So what you want to do is you want to fit one over top of the other one and then slide it in so that it's going to slide between the color part like that. All right, do you see how we did that? So now I'm going to do opposite side of the orange will be another orange. All right, and it doesn't matter which way it goes. If this blue piece is going to go over, or if the orange is going to go over, whichever is easiest. You're going to slide that in like that. All right. And now we're going to continue with, let's do a pink one so you can see here. Now we'll take the pink because the pink's going to be up top here and be on the bottom. So I'm going to take this part, slide it over. This one here, slide that. And this one over here, slide it like that. All right. So now we can see where we're at. Our oranges are done. Let's do the blue here to make it a little easier to lock everything into place. So we're going to slide the blue here with the orange one next to it. All right, and the other orange across from there like that. All right, and you can see it does slide out a little bit. That's fine. It needs to be able to give a little bit as we're assembling everything. And our last piece, all right, so you can see exactly where it's going to need to go. So we're going to put this one here, this one here, this one here, And this one here, like so. All right, and now you're just going to keep pushing in your pieces together to make sure everything lines up just so. And there we go. How cool is that? And that's pretty big too, so it makes a nice little decorative piece. If you use smaller paper, yours would be smaller. If you had a bigger one, you had a bigger one. So it's pretty cool. You can also treat it like a windmill or a pinwheel. You can hold it between your palms like this and then blow air in the top like this. You could also try and spin it like a top. If you're worried about integrity, you can also tape the module pieces where they're touching to sort of keep it all together in one spot. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Wash your hands, and we'll see you next time. Bye.